आ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम्। पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्रे येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्ससुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैर्रणनदीर्घैवत्सकः केशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटम् नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितं लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयाद्भारतपङ्कजं कलिमलप्रध्वंसिनं श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तं न विदुः सुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः। देवाय तस्मै नमः। देवाय तस्मै नमः। ॐ श्री परमात्मने नमः। ॐ So we will start with the chanting of from verse number 1 to 5. So if anybody is ready, you can do it. Anybody volunteer? Chanting verse number 1 to 5.
है।
हाँ जी, जाइए ना।
श्री परमात्मने नमः। अथ द्वादशोऽध्यायः। अर्जुन उवाच
हाँ,
एवं
भक्ति योग।
सततं
भक्ति योग द्वादशोध्याय भक्ति योग। वहां से शुरू। हम्म, आगे चलिए। अर्जुन उवाच।
अर्जुन उवाच एवं सततयुक्ता ये भक्तास्त्वां पर्युपासते ये चाप्यक्षरमव्यक्तं तेषां के योगवित्तमः। श्रीभगवानुवाच मय्यावेश्य मनो ये मां नित्ययुक्ता उपासते श्रद्धया
श्रद्धया
परयोपेतास्ते
परयोपेता।
ते युक्ततमा मताः। ये त्वक्षरं निर्देशम् अव्यक्तं पर्युपासते सर्वत्र गम अचिन्त्यं च कूटस्थम् अचलं ध्रुवम्
तन्नियम्ये
संयम्येन्द्रिया
इंद्रिय।
संयम्येन्द्रियं ग्रामं सर्वत्र समबुद्धयः ते प्राप्नुवन्ति मामेव सर्वभूतहिते रताः। क्लेशो अधिकतरस्तेषाम् अव्यक्तासक्तचेतसाम् अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्दुःखम् देहवद्भिर्वाप्यते।
वेरी गुड। सो अभी
आगे
तक क्या
पढ़ो।
बताया? आगे अभी तक क्या बताया कि we if you are going to be concentrating on the formless alone, you are going to have a lot of trouble. For whom? For those who are in the deha bhava, right? Those who are in deha bhava. So he says, what is the word he uses? He says dehavat dhir avapyate. Dehavat dhir. Dehavat. What is dehavat? He who has a body. Who has a body? Hey, everybody has a body. Stone has body. Cat has body and mind. Human being has body, mind, intellect. बॉडी तो सबके पास है. बॉडी इज द लोएस्ट, क्या बोलते हैं वो, हाईएस्ट कॉमन फैक्टर. नहीं, क्या लोएस्ट कॉमन मल्टीपल, जो भी वो HCF LCM, इट इज अ कॉमन फैक्टर. राइट, कॉमन फैक्टर, हाईएस्ट कॉमन फैक्टर इन बॉडी, एवरीबडी. So then is he saying that the formless is unattainable for everybody? No, 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 no. The understanding has to be contextual. What is the context? Those who are body conscious only. So if I am continuously trapped in my body, if my consciousness is centered around my body, then worshipping the formless is very, very difficult. It is very, very difficult. Which is why even in our rituals, when we do nyasa, what is nyasa? Nyasa means to place, right? To place, to establish. Which is why sannyasa, to remove. Sannyasa means to remove. What do you remove? You remove all attachments. That is why you become a sannyasi. So nyasa is to attach, to place. How do we do nyasa? Nyasa we do karanyasa, right? करन्यास. हम लोग जो इस बार शबरीमला गए, सॉरी कैलाश यात्रा में गए, तो उसमें हम लोगों ने थोड़ा सा न्यास सीखा था, विष्णु सहस्त्र नाम का, राइट? व्हेन वी डू. हाँ जी, बताइए मीना जी.
Sir, there are various type of nyasas. Are there karanyas and
हाँ हाँ हाँ,
कुछ
मेनी डिफरेंट. ईच हर रिचुअल में
what are the
अलग अलग
difference
न्यास होते
between these? Yes.
हैं. हर रिचुअल के अलग अलग न्यास है, राइट? इन आगम शास्त्र there is a nyasa which involves 64 different nyasas. तो जब देवी उपासना करते हैं तो उसके लिए 64 न्यास, जिसके अंदर में देवी के वेरियस स्वरूप हमारे देह के अंदर में हम उसको एस्टेब्लिश कर रहे हैं. नाउ व्हाई डू वी नीड टू डू दिस? वी नीड टू डू दिस बिकॉज वी आर कॉन्शियस ऑफ द बॉडी. If you are not conscious of the body, then you don't need this. This entire ritual becomes useless because मैं कहूंगा कि विष्णु सहस्रनाम व्यासो भगवान वेद व्यासो ऋषि छंद शिरसी शिरसी ऋषि शिरसी. सिर ही नहीं है. सिर किसका? क्यों सिर? मेरे कोई देह भाव ही नहीं है. तो वैसे व्यक्ति के लिए ये नहीं है. अगर वैसा हम स्टेज पे पहुंचे नहीं है, वी हैव नॉट रीच दैट स्टेज. तो देयरफॉर फॉर अस व्हाट इज टू बी डन? When you reach that stage, you do not need this, right? I remember we went for a Kashi Yatra in 2017, I think. 17, a group of people, हम लोग काशी यात्रा में गए थे. And we met the Mathadipati of the वेणी माधव का टेम्पल है. इज द प्रधान देवता ऑफ प्रयाग. तो वेणी माधव के मंदिर में जाकर ही उसके बाद प्रयाग में जाना, मतलब ही इज द स्थान देवता. तो वेणी माधव के वहां हम लोग गए, तो मठाधिपति, वहां एक मठ है और वो मठ के जो अधिपति हैं स्वामी ओमकारानंद जी. तो वी हैड अ मुलाकात, वी हैड अ साक्षात्कार विथ हिम, दर्शन विथ हिम. एंड व्हाइल वी वर कमिंग आउट, आई सॉ वन plank, wooden plank, must be about 7 feet by 3 feet. And it had some 700 or 800 nails in it, pointing upwards. So I asked, what do you do with this? So, you get a plank with small nails on it. It is used in Nigeria to stop cars. They put it on the road. So in the road, the car goes, all the tires will burst. So ऐसा ही, मगर उससे बहुत बड़ा है ये. इससे क्या आप करते क्या है? ये तो इसको प्रणाम कीजिए. ठीक है, कोई बोल रहा है प्रणाम कीजिए तो कर लिया. सर्वम विष्णुमयम जगत, प्रणाम कर लिया. फिर पूछा, मगर है क्या ये? बोलते हैं स्वामी जी की शैया है ये. स्वामी जी स्लीप्स ऑन दैट बेड ऑफ नेल्स एवरी डे. So आई एक्चुअली हैड टू गो बैक एंड आस्क, स्वामी जी क्यों कर रहे हैं ये, क्या कर रहे हैं? ये शरशैया के ऊपर लेटे हुए हैं, उल्टी शरशैया है, यहाँ शर आपके बाहर भीतर से भीष्म के जैसे नहीं गए हैं, आप उसको घुसाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, उल्टी शरशैया पे क्यों सोए हुए हैं? बोलते हैं शरीर जड़ है, शर के ऊपर सो या सोफा पे सो, क्या फर्क पड़ता है शरीर को? अब हम उस भाव में नहीं है। एंड आई हैव सीन दिस, राइट, इट्स नॉट ओनली मी, शशि अण्णा ने देखा हुआ है, हम साथ में थे, माय वाइफ वाज देयर, वी वर ऑल टुगेदर, अर्जुन नौजन, he was he very openly says, शर के ऊपर सो या सोफा के ऊपर सो, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? शरीर तो जड़ है, शरीर को क्या फर्क पड़ने वाला है? So is it attainable? Of course, it must be attainable. He must have done sadhana to be able to attain this. He must have gone to a particular place where it is attainable for him. But हमारे लिए, for you and me, we are conscious of the body. When we see a mirror, we see ourselves. What do you actually see? You see a body, right? And therefore, it is very difficult. Now, if it is very difficult, then for you and me, is there no option? So he says in chapter 6, in verse 12, chapter 6, verses 6 and 7. ये तु सर्वाणि कर्माणि, ये तु सर्वाणि कर्माणि मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्पराः, मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्पराः, ये तु सर्वाणि कर्माणि मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्पराः, अनन्येनैव योगेन, अनन्येनैव योगेन मां ध्यायन्त उपासते, मां ध्यायन्त उपासते, अनन्येनैव योगेन मां ध्यायन्त उपासते, ये तु सर्वाणि कर्माणि मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्पराः, अनन्येनैव योगेन मां ध्यायन्त उपासते। ये who, to, but, सर्वाणि, all, कर्माणि, actions, मयि, to me, sanyasya, giving up to me, right? We just now saw the meaning of the word sanyasya, sannyasa. So here, sanyasya, dedicating, mat paraha, mat, me, paraha, supreme, ananyena, exclusively, eva, certainly, yogena, for union, mam, me, dhyayantaha, meditating, upasate, worshipping. So we'll stop here and go to the next verse because it's actually one sentence. Next verse in verse number 7. Teshamaham samudharta, teshamaham samudharta, mrityu samsara sagarat, mrityu samsara sagarat, teshamaham samudharta, mrityu samsara sagarat, bhavami nachirat partha, bhavami nachirat partha, मय्यावेशितचेतसाम्, मय्यावेशितचेतसाम्, भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ, मय्यावेशितचेतसाम्, तेषामहं समुद्धर्ता, मृत्युसंसारसागरात्, भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ, मय्यावेशितचेतसाम्, तेषां, to them, समुद्धर्ता, धर्ता, uphold, samudharta, uddharanam, uddhar means to be uplifting, to be delivering, right? So it is said that in the Kali Yuga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came for the uddhar of all castes and creeds. So that is why he gave the Mahamantra, and when he gave the Mahamantra, he gave it as Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. People then said, wrong, this is a Vedic mantra. You cannot give the Vedic mantra to non-Brahmins. Okay. आपकी आज्ञा सर आंखों पर। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, उल्टा कर दिया। Now it is not a Vedic mantra. Now I can give it to anybody. The beauty of an avatar is this ability to be able to reach out. whether it is Krishna, whether it is Rama, whether it is Ramakrishna, or whether it is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You see the extent of reach. So that here is Uddhara. Mrityu samsara sagarat. Very simple, right? Mrityu sagara samsara. Samsara sagarat. So from the ocean of this birth and death, bhavami, I become, right? Bhavami, I become. I is not said here, it's not stated. Bhavami means become. Na, not. Chirat, after a long time. Na chirat, quickly. Right? So, na chirat. You have, okay, homework. The word na chirena or achirena, these words have occurred earlier in the Bhagavad Gita. Look for them. Look for the word achira or nachira and find out, and we will talk about that in the next class. So then, nachirat, partha, mai, with me, aveshita, united, chetasam, consciousness. So what is he saying here? He's saying, so those, he says but, he starts with but meaning but in comparison with the earlier shloka, where you are worshipping the formless. So where is the form that we need to worship? Where is the form? Which is the form that we should worship? कौन से फॉर्म में वर्शिप करना चाहिए? What is Krishna saying?
किसी को भी इष्ट मान के, जिसको इष्ट मानते हैं.
Where has Krishna said that?
याद नहीं है.
कृष्णा तो कहते हैं हर जगह पर मैं हूँ, जहां भी तुम देखोगे वही
कहाँ
मेरा
बोला है?
अवतार है.
कहाँ बोला है? कहाँ बोला है?
चैप्टर नंबर 11 में जब वो अपना
हाँ,
व्यापक रूप
right,
दिखाते हैं.
right. So in two places he says that. One, he says that in chapter 10, and he gives you ideals for everything. So if your ideal is brightness, worship me as the sun. If your ideal is life, worship me as the Ashwatha tree, which does not die. If your idol is to worship nature, worship me as the Ganga. Right? He says that, isn't it? If your ideal is to look for stability, worship me as the Himalaya. So he goes around telling us that. Then he says, okay, you don't have an ideal, doesn't matter. Whatever you see, choose one thing and look at it as me. Where does he say that? In Vishwarupa. Word itself, Vishwarupa Darshana. And what do you see inside? Oh, you see Brahma, you see Vishnu, you see Devi, you see Ganapati, you see Parashuram, you see all the forms that you can think of and that which you cannot even think of. Everything is there. Prahlad had not seen Narahari Rupa. The word Hari means lion, incidentally. One of the meanings. Right? In Jayadev Gita Govinda, he says, Keshava Dhrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Dashavatar sloka of Jayadev in Gita Govinda, he says, Keshava Dhrita Meena Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Keshava Dhrita Kurma Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Keshava Dhrita Varaha Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Keshava Dhrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Narahari, Hari, the word means lion. Narahari Rupa. Never seen before. It's still Vishnu. And the word itself, Vishnu, that which permeates everything. So therefore here he says, those who dedicate all their actions to me, regarding me as the supreme goal, worshipping me, meditating on me with exclusive devotion, I swiftly deliver them from the ocean of birth and death because their consciousness is united in me. So, जो भी करे, राम, सॉरी, राम में उठे, राम में सोए. और उठने और सोने के बीच में राम में ही जागे. Everything that I do, it is in Ram. That Atma Rama, when my entire consciousness is in me, crossing this Mrityu Samsara. What does this Mrityu Samsara Sagara? How do you cross it? How do we
जीवन में
cross this?
आना और जाना यही मृत्यु संसार सागर है. लेकिन जब हम इन सब चीजों को समझ करके अपनी बुद्धि से कि जो भी है वही है, तो जैसा अभी आपने बताया, राम में ही
So-
जीना और राम में ही मरना.
So therefore, there is no death for that which is immortal. Avyaya, Kutastha. You go back to verse number 5. From verse 6, from verse 7, he leads you back to verse number 5. That is the ultimate goal. See, Krishna always starts with the topmost. We have seen that in all his dialogues, in all chapters. He starts with the top. And then he realizes or makes you understand that the way to reach the top. Even you go back to chapter number 2, when Krishna starts talking. The moment he starts talking in the first 2 verses itself, he has given the entire Sara of the Bhagavad Gita. Entire. Everything that is there in the Bhagavad Gita, all the philosophical learnings are there in the first 3 shlokas that Krishna speaks. And then the entire rest of it is nothing but an explanation for those 3 shlokas. Similarly, when we go to chapter 13 also, you will see this. He starts, Arjuna asks him, what is this kshetra? What is the kshetragya? In 2 lines, he answers. When chapter 8, what is Brahman? 2 words, Akshara Brahman. That which does not decay is Brahman. Finished. Explanation is over. Unfortunately, we don't understand it so well, so then he has to explain. So in verse 5, he has clearly given you the ideal goal. But to get to that ideal goal, I need something. I need a prop. I need tools. I need teachers. I need books. I need sadhana. I need a sadhya. Sadhya means lakshya, goal. But I am not at that stage where I can, at an 8-year-old, Adi Bhagwan, Adi Shankaracharya asked by Govindapad, Bhagavad Govindapad asks him, who are you? And he says, Manobuddhi naham, Manobuddhi chittani naham. Right? And he says, Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. And there he says, Name Moksham. I am not also moksha. Because moksha, I cannot give you moksha because you are already free. Right? Now, Abhishek lives in the same building as I do. You know, if I tell him, I'm going to take you to Kalpataru, he's going to say, this man has gone mad. I cannot take you to Kalpataru because you're already there. I cannot give you moksha because you're already free. So I am not moksha because that moksha, the concept of moksha. But for you and me, where we are still not in that Advaitic state, there is you, there is me, and there is therefore an Ishta. And therefore submitting everything that we do. Oh, I have submitted. मैंने कर दिया. सब कुछ मैंने भगवान को ही अर्पित कर दिया. कैसे किया? कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि. मनो बुद्धि वाक काया सब कुछ का जो भी किया सब कुछ किया. कब बोलते हैं ये? वो पूजा के अंत में बोलते हैं. पूजा करते समय क्या कर रहे हैं? पूजा करते समय घंटी बजाते समय घंटी की वो खुल गई, नीचे वो जो उसकी जो जीभ होती है वो खुल गई. हर तरीका इसको टाइट करके रखना होता है, ये भी नहीं पता है. It's a very beautiful state to be when I've forgotten the Swamiji's name. He's a disciple of Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa. I don't remember. I don't remember the name. forgotten the name. He says that what is the state of union? And he says, when I close my eyes, there is nothing but you. And when I open my eyes, then I ask, how can I serve you? So when I close my eyes, I am in total peace. When I open my eyes, I am in the mode of service. And then I was contemplating on this particular line while I was reading it. And I said, मेरा तो exact उल्टा है. When I close my eyes, I say, I am in so much confusion. I have so many doubts. I have so many fears. अरे कल क्या करेंगे? ये क्या करेंगे? Etc. etc. And when I open my eyes, I see you in front and I say, not how can I serve you, what can I get out of you? मेरा तो complete उल्टा है. That is not the state of yoga. That is not the state of what he says right now. Right in this particular shloka, he says that I am the samuddharta of whom? Of the people ananyenaiva yogena, who are exclusively in this state. Arey Samirji, what difficult ideals you are setting. Once first you give me verse number 5, where you are saying kutastha, avyaya, ध्रुवा, अचला, ये तो वर्ड्स ही नहीं समझ में आता है. तो आपने बोला कृष्णा ने इजी कर दिया है, डोंट वरी, ही विल टेल यू इन चैप्टर 6 and 7, इट इज वेरी इजी, very easily he will tell you. Yes, it is very easy for him to tell. I brush my teeth in Krishna, I shit in Krishna, I urinate in Krishna, I bathe in Krishna. नहीं होता है ना. बॉम्बे में विलेपार्ले में संन्यास आश्रम करके एक आश्रम है. वहां के जो अभी जो कर्ता स्वामी हैं, उनके गुरु, हम लोग उनको बड़े स्वामी जी बोलते थे. बड़े स्वामी जी, he lived in a different plane. तो बहुत गर्मी थी. We were sitting in the hall, he was on the stage, and it was Guru Purnima. So monsoon time, and Bombay, if the rain stops, immediately it starts becoming very hot. You are very sweaty, and then again when the rains come again, you feel a little pleasant. Right? That's the weather of Bombay. तो बारिश रुकी हुई थी. So it was very sweaty, very humid, and the hall, the fans were all off. So somebody got up and did pranam and said, Swamiji, Maharaj, पंखा ऑन कर दें. ऐसे माता कर दिया. तो जो पंखा ऑन किया तो पंखा बहुत जोर से आवाज करने लगा. तो किसी ने बोला, आश्रम का पंखा है, किसी ने रिपेयर नहीं किया होगा, पड़ा हुआ होगा. तो किसी ने जाके बोला कि महाराज पंखा बहुत आवाज कर रहा है, बंद कर दें. पंखा ऑन हो ऑफ हो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. ऐसा नहीं है कि उनको पसीना नहीं हो रहा है, पसीना हो रहा है, उसकी चिंता नहीं, उससे वो विचलित नहीं हो. So when you say that ananyeva yogena, is it really an ideal that I can attain? Very difficult. Oh, I devote everything that I do to Krishna. I do everything that I do to devote to Devi. And your child's school bus comes late. बताइए उस समय आप ये बोलेंगे कि नहीं, that late coming is also prasad of Ram. That time what happens to your mind? Because our attachments, our vasanas, they tie us down. Can I be involved without being attached? Gurudev's formula is the best formula. 100% involvement, 0% attachment. हमारा एग्जैक्ट उल्टा होता है. एग्जैक्ट उल्टा होता है. 100% अटैचमेंट, 0 इन्वॉल्वमेंट. ये मेरा है, मगर मैं कुछ करने को उसके लिए तैयार नहीं हूं. See, in your corporate world, In your daily living in society, you will find so many people coming and telling you ये problem है. But will anybody lift their hands and say this problem is ready to be solved? I am the person who will solve it. They come and tell you the problem because they are trying to prove that it is mine. ये मेरा है. I am conscious of the problems. Fine, go ahead and do something about it, no? And you see this everywhere. Government came up with an app which said, take a photo of a pothole, send it to us, we will try and do something about it. And then they closed down that app because nobody was sending photographs. You're not ready to do something. Involvement 0, attachment 100%. Exact reverse of the formula given by Gurudev. So how do we work in with such limitations? So in such cases, Bhagavan says, don't worry, I will give you a little bit more easier. So in verse number 8, he says, Mayyeva mana adhasva, Mayyeva mana adhatsva, Mai buddhim niveshaya, Mai buddhim niveshaya, Mayyeva mana adhatsva, Mai buddhim niveshaya, nivasishyasi mayyeva, nivasishyasi mayyeva, ata urdhvam na samshayah, ata urdhvam na samshayah, nivasisyashi mayyeva, ata urdhvam na samshayah, mayyeva mana adhatsva, mai buddhim niveshaya, nivasishyasi mayyeva, ata urdhvam na samshayah, mai, on me, eva, alone, manah, mind, adhatsva, आधार करना, फिक्स करना, माई, on me, buddhim, intellect, niveshaya, surrender, niveshaya, invest your brain onto me, invest your intellect into me. Nivasishyasi, you shall always live. Nivasa karna, right? Nivasishyasi, you shall always live. Mai, in me, alone. Ata urdhvam, after that, na samshaya, no doubt. So he says, fix your mind on me alone, surrender your intellect to me, and after that you will live in me. Of this there is no doubt. Now in the earlier verse, what did he say? Such people who are doing everything, they are already united their consciousness in me, and therefore they will be crossing the ocean. Correct? I am saying I am not doing that. Fine, okay, no problem. Actions के बारे में बोला था. Mind, at least that is somewhere in your area where you can do something. So at least put your mind and your intellect on me. And if you do that, you will ultimately come to me. This you will thereupon, he says. Thereupon. Thereafter. Ata urdhvam. Thereafter. You will always live in me. That means this is a practice that leads to verse number 7 is a practice, verse number 8 is a practice that leads to verse number 5 and 6, 6 and 7. Verse number 6 and 7 is a practice that leads to verse number 5. Yes, Abhishek.
मन के लिए आधत्स्व और बुद्धि के लिए निवेश ही, मतलब ये अलग वर्ड्स यूज किए हैं, कोई खास कारण उसका?
Yes, yes. Buddhi is not fickle. It changes, but it changes over a period of time. It is not as fickle as the mind. Right? Man is very fickle. Every moment the emotions are changing. Every moment new thoughts are arising. Every moment there are things that are happening in your mind. So you need to fix it. Good question. You need to fix it. Whereas with your brain, with your intellect, you need to invest it. What do you do with investment? Standard formula portfolio managers क्या बोलते हैं? Stay invested for a long time. Returns are guaranteed. So same formula.
अप्लाई करना पड़ेगा बुद्धि को over a long period of time.
So Krishna is a good portfolio manager. He tells you the best investment. Invest in him.
Okay.
Infinite return है.
एंड एक और क्वेश्चन है, सो जैसे पहले बॉडी कॉन्शियस बोला, सो व्हाट आर अदर फॉर्म्स ऑफ कॉन्शियसनेस एंड उनको क्या करना है फिर अगर वो
So you
उनको ही
are,
फॉर्म को
see, I always call it the BMI, right? Keep it as one construct. The changeable construct that you are living with, BMI, body, mind, intellect. And we are constantly I am in the body, in the mind, in the intellect. Whereas in reality, that is not the I. The I is empowering, and through reflected consciousness alone, am I able to see the mind? Am I able to understand the mind? See, this is a good thing that you raised, because while we are studying the Bhagavad Gita, somebody was telling me this. One of my fellow, my Guru Bhais, he said, "To Siddha, how do you jump into doing Bhagavad Gita?" I said, not my problem. Gurudev had told me to start teaching Bhagavad Gita, so I started teaching Bhagavad Gita. But you should have gone the way we went. पहले दृग्दृश्य विवेक करो, फिर अपरोक्ष अनुभूति करो, फिर ये जरूरत नहीं है. कर सकते हैं सीधा सीधा भगवत गीता. But honestly, if you really want to start looking at the Bhagavad Gita and go deeper into it, then you should start. When I say go deeper, not into the text, that has nothing to do with this. I'm talking of go deeper here. When you want to really go deeper, then one of the things that you should start off with, it's a very short text, very, very simple text, and a very, very logical process. The Advaita, unlike any other philosophical method, is a method which dwells purely on logic. And therefore, one of the books that I would recommend, it's a very short book, very few number of slokas, is Drik Drishya Viveka. Drik Drishya Viveka. While you are studying the Bhagavad Gita and understanding it, do Manan from Drik Drishya Viveka. On each of the shlokas, do Manan there. Do Nididhyasana over there. And it's a very simple concept. It starts off saying that the seer and the seen cannot be the same. The seer and the seen cannot be the same. Very simple, very logical. So let me take you through the first few shlokas over there. Here is a glass. I am seeing the glass. So I and the glass cannot be the same. Yes, and I'm using the word see here because they have used the word see in the book. But seeing here means anything, any of your perceptions, hearing or touch, feel, taste, all of it. So I'm seeing this glass. So I am not the glass. So my eyes are seeing the glass. My eyes are not the glass. Now go one step further. Can you sense your eyes? Oh, yes. How can you sense your eyes? With your mind. So your mind is not the eyes. Separation of mind and body has been done. Can you understand this? Your mind is sensing the organ. Now, are you aware of the mind observing the senses? Slightly more difficult, but even that is possible. So then you are not the mind either. Because if you are observing the mind, then the observer and the observed cannot be the same. And the entire whole process of Drishdashya Viveka goes through this. Now go through the book, shloka by shloka, and I think Chinmaya Mission Swami Tejavanandaji has written on it, if I'm not mistaken. That's a very good book to start off with. If you don't find that, then Divine Life Mission, Swami Chidananda has written on it, that I know 100%. That also may be available. So, now what is he saying? Sorry, go ahead. Okay. So therefore, now he's saying, what is he saying? He's saying, fix your mind on me and invest your intellect onto me. Then you will live in me of there is no doubt. So if I continue to do this as a practice, now how do I do this? My mind is jumping all over the place. Kabhi idhar hota hai, kabhi udhar hota hai. Now you have to go back to chapter 6. And he says in chapter 6, when you are aware of the mind having moved away from me, you rein it back. Right? So when you sit in your japa and you are doing your japa, whatever your japa is, so hum, breathe in, breathe out, so hum. Suddenly you are breathing. Obviously you are breathing. If you are not breathing, then you are not there anymore, physically at least. So you are breathing. But your mind has stopped the so, breathing in with so, breathing out with hum. It has started going all over the place. Suddenly you become aware. Right? You become aware because your breath possibly got irritated or some external noise came, something happened. And the flow of thoughts that had taken you away, you become aware of the fact that you have strayed. When you are straying, you are not aware of it. Your mind has gone. But at some point, suddenly you become aware. I'm now thinking of my son in school. I am thinking of my boss at work. I am thinking of my wife traveling. I'm thinking of my next vacation, whatever it be. You bring it back. 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 And you keep doing it. You keep doing it until the mind gets learned. It learns that it has to learn to sit in one place, fixing the mind. And what is investing the intellect meaning? Investing the intellect means to do nididhyasana, to do scriptural study. Study the scripture. Go back. If nothing else works, watch these videos again. You should not. That's not my prescription. But that's I start from the top. Like Sri Krishna, I want to start from the top. The first thing that you should do is go and study Dridrisha Vivek on your own. Oh, it doesn't work? Fine. Take up Swami Tejavanandaji's book and look for an understanding of that. If that doesn't work, come back to this the videos here and possibly look at them again. That is where you fix your intellect. Our intellect is not fixed because we keep feeding it unnecessary information. But if you keep feeding it the right information all the time, it will keep doing the same things. See, it's like your Instagram. Your mind is like your Instagram. That's why we like to do, क्या बोलते हैं उसको? Scrolling. Vibes sync हो जाते हैं ना? Every moment there is a new thought. Every moment there is a new reel. Tak, 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 चल रहा है. Now, if you go to search and you keep clicking on a certain type of videos. Now you go to reels. You will find that the nature of the reels has changed. Instagram behaves exactly the way our mind works. That's why it's a great success. Huh? Now, if you understand this, then you know how your mind works. You can feed it the right information instead of the wrong information. So you read Dridishya Viveka, you read Tattva Bodha, you read Atma Bodha, you read Aparoksha Anubhuti, and then you progress from there to the Bhagavad Gita, and then from there you progress into the Upanishads. That is the feeding that you do. That is called surrendering of the intellect to me. You read Srimad Bhagavad Puran. What is the purpose of the Puranas? Especially the devotional Puranas such as Srimad Bhagavad Purana or Ganesha Purana, where their Leelas are described. Because when you are listening to those, when you are hearing those, when you are reading those, your mind is playing them out as pictures. See, your mind actually cannot think thoughts in words. Your mind thinks in terms of pictures. If I tell you Goa, what do you see immediately? Oh, you see a beach, you see coconut trees, you see a printed shirt, right? Whatever, your image of Goa. If I say Tirupati, you will see that idol in front of you. यू डोंट सी नोटिस बोर्ड सेइंग तिरुपति लिखा हुआ है, नहीं दिखता ना वैसा, वर्ड्स नहीं आते ना, लेटर्स नहीं आते, तो यू थिंक इन पिक्चर्स. So that is why when you are listening to Krishna dancing on the head of Kalia, or as we are approaching Dev Diwali, Tripurari Purnima, and you are reading or watching, reading about Shiva taking on the form of Mahadeva, riding on the chariot called Bhumi, with the four Vedas as his horses, and with Brahma as the arrow, and with Vishnu as the tip of the arrow, standing there, striding across this cosmos. Now, see, when I'm telling you this also, in my mind, there is this image that is following. Where has my mind gone? It has got stuck onto a particular place instead of jumping all over. That is the beauty of this Purana. And Purana can be read again and again. Same story. Every time it will be new. Every time there will be a new image that will come. That is why it is called Purana. Pura plus Navina. Pura means old, Navina means new. Pura plus Navina, that which is old, and yet every time it is new. So when you read the Srimad Bhagavat and you read वो गोपियों के बीच में जाकर उनके घरों में जाके खाना चुरा के लेके आते थे, माखन चुरा के आते थे. Now the Srimad Bhagavat does not tell you why he was doing this. You have to think that, and you will come up with your own story. But when you're thinking of that story, who are you thinking of? You're thinking of Krishna. You're thinking of something superior to you. This happened with me. So I was traveling by train, and I was reading something. I don't remember. And कुछ तो था, गुरुदेव की कोई किताब थी. I was reading that. I remember it was Gurudev's book. And there was this another person sitting next to me. And he said, ये तुम लोग का सब बकवास है. So I typically never get into such discussions. So ठीक है, वो आपको लगता है. Now this man wanted to provoke an argument. So he kept saying, क्या भगवान का पूजा कर लेते हो? जो भगवान कोई जाके चोरी करता है, उसको आप लोग बोलते हो भगवान है. कोई जाके बदमाशी करके गायों को छोड़ा देता है, बछड़ों को छोड़ देता है, उसको बोलते हो भगवान. And I don't know where that inspiration came from, but I spontaneously gave him replies to both of these that he gave as examples. So he said, I told him, actually क्या होता था कि यशोदा मैया तो पटरानी थी, नंदगांव की. She was the head woman. लल्ला को सबको ही चाहिए कि आके आओ मेरे घर पे और खाना खाओ. अब रानी के घर जाके, हेड वुमन के घर जाके कोई ये कैसे बोले कि बेटा तेरे बेटे को मेरे घर के खाने के लिए भेज. तो भक्त के मन में जब ये चाह होती है कि मुझे खिलाना है, भगवान स्वयं तो चुप हो गया आदमी. उसके बाद फिर बोलता है, नहीं मगर फिर गाय का. तो सेड कि क्या होता है, उसको बोला जाता है, ए वो गाय को छोड़ के आ, उसको दूध पीना है. तब वो नहीं छोड़ता है. मगर जब गैया की बछड़ा खुद ही मैं मैं करके रोता है, तो वो जाकर सबको छोड़ देता है. पूरी रात वो चुप रहा. ये इंस्पिरेशनली आया था. और हर कथा, हर 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 कथा के पीछे जब आप मनन करेंगे, कोई भी पुराण ले लीजिए, देवी भागवत ले लीजिए, शिव पुराण ले लीजिए, श्रीमद् भागवत ले लीजिए। पुराणों में मेरा फेवरेट श्रीमद् भागवत। आई मीन आई एम अ देवी वर्शिपर, बट स्टोरी वाइज एंड फॉर मनन एंड फॉर क्रिएटिंग स्टोरीज, जस्ट चैप्टर 10 ऑफ श्रीमद् भागवत इज गुड इनफ। सिर्फ 10वां चैप्टर पढ़ते जाइए, पढ़ते जाइए, पढ़ते जाइए, और हर स्टोरी के पीछे और एक कहानी निकलती है, हर स्टोरी के पीछे आपके और एक मनन निकलता है। तो जब, because the Puran is a description, but how do you do manan on this? That is what he's talking here. When he says that, he says, Mai buddhim niveshaya, Mayeva mana adatsva, Mai buddhim niveshaya. Living in me. Therefore, once you start doing that, then you will be living in me. Then you will be inside me all the time. दादा ये भी बहुत डिफिकल्ट है, क्या करें? See, there is a Bhakti Panchadashi. It says, Mana eva manushyanam paranam bandha mokshayoho. Bondage and liberation are both decided by the state of the mind. Very clear. Mana eva manushyanam karanam bandha mokshayoho. Both of bandha, of bondage and of liberation is my state of mind. But my mind is not all the time coming back to you. It is got involved, it is troubled. Then what do I do? But don't worry. I will give you even more easier practice. Next look. So we will do that later, next class. However, there is nothing, and this is anybody who is on the group will know, that the only thing that we need to do, and I keep telling this all the time, is start practicing. So Meena ji has asked, please give me the 5-week practice of Soham. I don't even remember 5-week practice क्या था, मुझे तो नहीं याद है.
Sir, I remember 6 years back, जब मैं स्टार्टिंग में गीता पढ़ रही थी आपसे, that time you tell, हमें आपने बताया था सो हमको कैसे प्रैक्टिस करने के लिए लाना, तभी मैं करती थी उसको प्रैक्टिस को, और मुझे तभी से शायद थोड़ा थोड़ा समझ में आता है कुछ कुछ. तो वो मैं चाहूंगी कि सभी को बताया कि फर्स्ट वीक में हमने 15 मिनट्स आंख बंद करके करना है, देन नेक्स्ट वीक में 15 मिनट्स शायद आंख खोल के और आंख बंद करके दृश्य देखना
So
है.
okay,
वो सब.
so basically नहीं, okay, पहले तो फर्स्ट वीक सिर्फ 15 मिनट बैठिए आंख बंद करके, कुछ भी होने दो. मन के अंदर में विचलन हो रहा है, पीठ पे खुजली आ रही है, ठीक वही पॉइंट पे खुजली आ रही है जहां हाथ नहीं पहुंचता है, राइट? सारा सब कुछ होगा. घुटने दर्द कर रहे हैं, डजेंट मैटर, कुछ भी हो जाए, मैं 15 मिनट यहां से हिलूंगा नहीं. दैट इज द फर्स्ट स्टेप. गेट योर बॉडी अंडर कंट्रोल ऑफ योर माइंड. वी हैव रिवर्स्ड इट. आवर बॉडी कंट्रोल्स आवर माइंड. भूख लगी है, भूख किसको लगी है? बॉडी को लगी है. अब मन खराब हो गया, खत्म. भूख नहीं लगती है, आइसक्रीम की भूख लगी है, राइट? असीम जी इज इन गुजरात. फाफड़ा और थेपला और जलेबी की भूख लगती है. भूख लगी है, यदि सचमुच में भूख लगी है तो दाल चावल उबाल के नमक डाल के खा दे दो, अमृत के हिसाब से खाएगा आदमी. 2 दिन भूखा रख के रह के देखो, अमृत मानोगे, बिना कोई भी मसाला का, जिस दाल चावल उबाला हुआ. भूख नहीं लगी है, मन को भूख लगती है. मन, बॉडी मन को विचलित कर रहा है कि भूख लगी है, भूख लगी है, भूख लगी है. करेक्ट? So first get the reverse. Start with the body being under control. 15 minutes, sit. Next, Once that has started working without any disturbance, then start with your breath. See, I'm going inward slowly. Panchakosha. Start with the body. अन्नमय कोश, उसके अंदर प्राणमय कोश, प्राणमय कोश को अब उसको रेगुलेट करना है. स्टार्ट ब्रीदिंग. जस्ट concentrate on your breath. While you're concentrating on your breath, all the mind will keep working. Doesn't matter. We need to get the mind in one place also. We will get there. But now again, till for those 15 minutes that you are sitting, is your breath under your control. Breathing in slowly, breathing out completely. Breathing in till your lungs are full, breathing out till your lungs are completely empty. Breathe in slowly, breathe out completely. No shallow breathing. Diaphragmatic, full breathing. Pranamaya Kosh comes under control. Once that has happened, now add one more layer. When you are breathing in, because your mind still now, while your breathing was there, the breath practice started happening. Now you naturally breathe all the time deeply, but your mind is still jumping all over the place. So now you link it. And therefore in your mind, you breathe in with so, breathe out with hum. Breathe in with so, breathe out with hum. And you will find that your mind starts wandering here and there. And then you are aware, you bring it back. Again, you carry on. And then over a period of time, you will see that for 15 minutes, I didn't have to change my mind. I didn't have to bring it back. It was all the time in Soham. Once that has been attained, now do this with your eyes open. Start taking in inputs and let the inputs not disturb you. Because I cannot be in peace by just by closing my eyes. By denying the world is not my solution, no? 100% involvement, 0% attachment, involvement with what? With the world around me. So now I have to learn and practice that I can work in this world while my mind is pleasant. So that is what we will do. So how do you do this? This is progressive. Keep your eyes open for 1 minute and keep doing Soham. Breathe and this. You focus on some distant point and just keep breathing in, breathing out. While you are focused on the distant point, your surroundings will be visible. It doesn't matter. Let it happen. Just 1 minute. And then close your eyes again. 1 minute hone laga, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Dhire dhire. Bhagavan himself says in one of the shlokas, Shanai Shanaihi, slowly, slowly. Right? Chaliye. शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरि ओम.